Kubor ka Batisi TV. Lawan Rashapi da ka Orange Nissan Lumso Po near Fabricate Shillong, ringkat bat ka Victorium, ka Dukan Kitiar Kilan Met, ka Babhatam Hakador ka Babit, Hanong Tumai Old Beat House Shillong.
Ka National People's Party mentakasngi ka Arpu Laitrik unai leber arajar Arpuway, kala kentok kelaya u General Secretary jong ke United Democratic Party u Dr. Jemino Mautho. Daka bakeno baka jingpa ya ke Shithi shu menteri rangba jong ke Sorkar Jelau Konrad Konggal Sangma, bandawa penhiar Shuki menteri ya u James PK Sangma, kamdai setia ke Jingdawa jong ke United Democratic Party, henrai kadai baik tang ke jingsngau ke jong uhi Shimet. Habaya keren bat kilat pathai kubor u working president jong ke National People's Party Youth Wing uba Niki Nongklau. Ulaong babalai u Dr. Jemino Mautho. Ulawan mi perthai andala menta ban kerennya ke isu penlip boarding hapok ke jela. Kat babarok shikata shimla keren wat tang shikentien ru habaki mi ke jing ki babon hapok ke jela. Uni unong elam jong ke NPP Youth Wing ulaong ba kani ke jingkento jong u Dr. Jemino kalong kabamla setia ban pediang namar baka wanra ya ke jingbom yes ngotho jingmud hapadeng ke UDP bat ke NPP ki balong ki artli ki sengsan perthai ki biya trailang hapok ke Sorkar Meghalaya Democratic Alliance ka babat ya ulakam sensyar hapok ke jela.
Kani nga iba pi ngimi ka jingkran kata ka jingkran kanwan nakaling presiden. Nyo ke UDP ru kamdan kai kamdan ko pata ka jingkran kani sudah sendat ke Siti ka bami nakaling jing ba ngotho. So Chief Minister. Habakum ni kani ke isu. Kalau ke isu baki kidon bentalang haka Sorkar. Mendai bikin bentar Sorkar. Kum kani ke isu kila ada benrak haka hapo antai hapo Hamid kan juga komiti, juga MDA komiti. Bikin dia keren. Sekarang kani. Henry bin sukun pau pat bak kum ni bin sutat pat bak kum ni. Kami ngim soya hap kan. Hababun ke isu pat beli keren sekarang kita. Beli keren tang kani ke isu. Beli target take tang kani ke specific department. Kidon ke isu ki berlihat wat ya ka benang mai kum inu hikai manakani ka jing hi ka tu kai keren sepang tu boleh specifically tang kani ke isu kata di jing kali bangir ko anbu kan ba moto. This is a good time to talk about the untimely opportunists, especially UDP General Secretary Jemino Mautho, knowing the difficulties related to electricity that the government was trying to solve, guided by the Power Minister. Mr. Mautho, who has been a silent spectator of politics all this while, suddenly found a good opportunity to gain political mileage. On Monday, March 22nd, he had the audacity to write to the Chief Minister for ousting the Power Minister along with the CMD of MECL. Before we comment on this opportunism, it is beneficial to deconstruct Mr. Mautho's understanding of administration and politics. Oust a people's elected representative and administrative head does not solve any problem. Rather, it delays solution. No person has a magic wand using which solution magically arrives with a swoosh. The fact that Mr. James Sangma and the CMD continuously negotiated for resolving the power cuts issue is why NEPCO has consented to withdraw its regulation in the first place. If it was under Mr. Mautho, MCL would have been a headless chicken without a leadership to negotiate with the situation, thereby delaying difficulties furthermore. However, we totally understand this lapse of his understanding. Mr. Mautho has been out of politics for the longest time, and it is becoming irrelevant. His own constituencies voted him out in the 2018 elections, following his misleading motives in politics and his inability to cater to his own people. Defying the mandate of the people that voted him out in the 2018 elections, he decided to take a greater responsibility by standing for the Lok Sabha elections in 2019. Understanding his desperation and his hunger for power, perhaps people felt it was a good time for him to take some time off and rethink his political motives of misleading people over and over again. The democratic mandate stood once again as he failed to win an MP seat. It is our kind suggestion to Mr. Mautho to stop being hypocrite and avoid sounding like a mouthpiece of a dying party like Congress. Power cuts and load shedding during the previous government have been worse, but not for once did he blow his trumpet of resignation then. Even now, when issues surface concerning health, education, social welfare, connectivity, law and order, he keeps silent. It makes us think if he is selective in his approach, or he is just aware of what's happening in the state, part of the reason why his own constituency have lost respect for him. However, talking too much about Mr. Mathur gives him more importance than what he deserves. Perhaps he must learn a little from the legislator of his own party, who have supported the government in its endeavours. They have remained close partners of NPP-led government in solving issues and being answerable to the people. With such mature leadership shown from them in times of crisis, it is sometimes a head-scratcher to figure out how Mr. Mathur fits in such a party. In the democratic system, the government and its institutions serve the people, and the opposition keeps a check. Where does Mr. Mathur fit in this equation? Where will he ever fit in this equation? This will always remain a mystery. Perhaps he can tell us. Having cleared the air on Mr. Mathur, there's no doubt that the NPP-led government is committed to improving the power scenario in the state after numerous measures have been brought in by the Power Minister to improve the MECL. We do not think any criticism is warranted, not at least by opposition Congress members who simply sat through the years in the governance and watched the slow degradation of the organization. We cherish the commitment, leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister and the Power Minister to constantly stay accountable to the people and serve, keeping the bright future of our state in focus. The clarification, you can get the clarification from the President of UDP, whether he agrees or he stands on that note also, or is it a personal opinion of Mr. Mathur?